changes to America.
If everyone.
Hey guys, how's it going? We got an awesome match for you guys today. This is the Premier League free-for-all on an always war game from the CPL. And these are some of the best players worldwide. I'm going to be casting this match with Canuck today, and this is going to be a real treat. We're just loading in right now. This is a 10-man free-for-all with 2 spectators going. And this is with the updated spectator mod, actually, so it's going to be something pretty special here. We are just loading in right now, and again, might
via one of CERN's many social media streams or on the Civ Players live stream. This is the Saturday Premier Club FFA we're starting here.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, also gonna be streaming.
Can the viewers hear us, Canuck?
I'm so glad she comes out and watches.
Yeah, right now, me and Sarnath will move up to the lounge here.
go ahead and yank me up.
I want to say hi to all my fans out there.
Anyone who's ever liked the Fawns.
Hey, thank you so much. Really
Any happy days lovers
Hope you
out
guys
there in the
enjoyed
crowd?
match.
I guess no.
I'm going to take a hot minute to load up.
All right, it's just us two, Sarnath. You can do some intro here.
You know, this is going to be an awesome game that we got going on today, Canuck, and we got some of the best players worldwide for Civ 6 here today. It's just fucking fantastic.
I certainly agree. We've got 2B, Task Force Fish, Torred, Wazabaza, Sal, Checker 85, Battlesnake, Savoki, Efel, and the Fawns, all plus 1800 skill players in the league, which is, even the average players on the league are pretty damn good at the game.
Yeah, that middle ground, you know, the average skill for players on the multiplayer scene has really gone up over the last months. It's absolutely phenomenal. Trying to click off all these pesky notifications that I don't really need to know about. So as some of you might notice, the spectator mod is a lot different than it was at the CCC. Clicking that expand collapse Civ details button on your little circle in the upper right there, as you can see, we can see everything they're doing, from what they're researching, what civics they're working on, gold per turn, science culture generation, their total gold that they have. I mean, even what like look at this stuff, their era progress. This is absolutely incredible. This is everything that we've always wanted in the spectator mod.
Yeah, it's a definitely an improvement.
Absolutely, and it's going to be an incredible match. And barbs are turned on. As you can see, there's Hog of War on the map, and that means barbarians can spawn. Some of our players are pretty close.
Yeah, the better balanced start mod guarantees 9 tiles, but they could start 9 tiles apart.
Oh, check out that Torres over by Sal.
Yeah, he's got a good second, and it's by a lake, so that's a good second city spot right there.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Turn on the settler lens. You all at home can see that there are some hills over there, He doesn't know about the iron just yet, but he's going to get some value off of that Torres. Hopefully there's some hills on the other side of it.
So right now, of course, we've got warriors going out scouting. We'll probably soon see first scouts going out, and there may be the odd player decide to go settler first.
You know, funny story that you'd mention that actually, but because of this mod, we can see what their cities are producing. And taking a look at our Sumeria player here by Checker, he's checking out a war cart.
Well, some people scout by force, right?
Yeah.
So we can see what's being built, and that's a great part of this new.
There are barbarians on, so we'll get really good use out of those.
We can even see what the city-states are building. For instance, Carthage is building a monument, a very key asset there.
A couple of them are, actually.
Yeah, a couple of city-states are building monuments.
Yeah, they don't want to lose that loyalty and flip, right? First scouts are coming out here. Fonda's Aztec gets one, and Mount Kilimanjaro picked up here by our Tamar player Esdeath. Oh, look at that hill. Oh, wow, that rice. 5 food rice.
I don't know. Kabul may be a problem. Making a slinger first off. We had a game in the Clan Championship Cup where Under lost a city to Kabul, and we actually gave Kabul a point in the CCC.
Oh, going for a triple scout open from Fonz.
EFL's put out a Cree scout, of course. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the real name.
Oh, let's see here. Yep, nope, not happening. But taking a look at Cree's start here, we got 2 pastures for possibilities here. The sheep are on a hill.
He's got stone too, which could lead to a religion, fight here. He could do Stonehenge and get an early.
Good god of the harvest. A lot of desert to the south. We could see a pyramid pick up, or even a Jebel Burqa for the double iron for free.
Yeah, Waza is a team player. I'm going to be interested to see how he does in an FFA. I think this is his first FFA.
Ooh,
But he's also got Geneva and Modaro up north, a good science and culture CS.
Definitely does. It's going to be interesting to see.
He's basically surrounded by city-states, so maybe he can turn that to his advantage.
He does have Tordred to his west, though, and not far away to the east is Sal. No players in this match are worth overlooking. Let's see, Von Holio Okichita, I think, is how that scout's pronounced. You know what? I'm going to go with that. If someone here is actually Cree, or isn't as culturally ignorant as I am about them, feel free to let me know.
Yes. Tordred is going settler now, right after his.
He's got 3 turns on that. 3 turns for our Scotland player. We do already have Sal with a settler out linked up with that warrior. He's definitely going to be going for that. Tasty.
Yes, he is.
Torres. No hills on it, but definitely worth picking up.
I wonder if he even knows. He knows the lake is there. I'm not sure he knows the wonder is there.
I am a little bit surprised to see a scout come out for our Sumerian player. simply because of the early war card aggression. I expected to see 2 or 3 more, simply just to play Barbarian Cleanup. Oh god, horse barbs already. Taking a look over here at Waz's land.
Well, that's the problem when you don't have players spawning close to you. The barbs.
Very true.
A horse barb.
Yeah.
This big blank space that we don't see yet in the fog of war. There's a barb camp. Oh, I think is it on the edge there of it? No, that's a swamp.
It's gotta be
Somewhere
on the
in
other
there.
side.
Yeah.
Ooh, take a look at our Gorgo player here with Danger Noodle. Double scout into builder into settler here.
China's going settler. 2 more turns.
Oh wow. Look at this beautiful, beautiful land up here with our French player, Zwelki. Has Mount Rama. Look at that 3-2-1-3 tile. God damn. That said, we're going to check our little box here. And let's see what everyone is working on now.
Yeah.
We do have archery coming out for our Kree player. So that's probably going to be our Temple of Artemis pickup right there. No research decided yet for our Sumerian players working on foreign trade. Hey, Chewbacca and Salt, how you guys doing today? Welcome to the match. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we are going to be casting it today. Oh god, a second horse barb just showed up. Oof. It's gonna be brutal. That said, this isn't always war game as well, so there's not going to be any friendships or alliances going on with these players.
Nope, not at all.
They can't even talk to each other about what's going on. Oh. Tordred Scout bumping into Waz's warrior there to his right. That's not going to make him happy to see. Mumbai gets settled. Now, positioning of that settle seems a little off at first, but if you look at the settler lens here, he can now get a second settle on the other side of that Torres.
Yes, for sure.
And if he puts it up toward that upper end, he'll be able to get another settle on this lake as well below it. So that's going to be really important for him.
He can definitely get a settle south of Hong Kong, and then more settles to the east of the lake.
Oof, that's dangerous. Tordred moving a naked settler out. I mean, his warrior and scout are in that direction, but... That's really dangerous for him to be doing. And we do have a settler about to come out for a Sumerian player this turn. Coming to top of turn, Noombar. 11. Now he does already have the builder out, so he's going to be getting mines and stuff set up. Lots of pastures for a number of our players here. War cart.
Waza's got to put his warrior out because he's getting barbed. A horse and a horse archer. I bet you he's happy.
Oh, he's thrilled. Oh, God.
Checker's got a settler made, and he's using his war carts to take out a barb hut. The arrow score for him.
His era score is 9 out of 12 right now, so he's still going to be looking at a Dark Age, but after that, he will be okay. Some of our players already cruising right along. Our Aztec player Fonz and Esdeath's Tamar are already pushing towards that Heroic Age start. We do have a war declaration going out, Task Force Fish onto Esdeath.
Awesome. Esdeath is a strong player, so he may get railed early by players if they get the...
I don't think we're going to see a lot of rail warring going on, actually. Just the quality of these players. They know when enough is enough and when to pull back. I am surprised to see... There we go. There's a settler coming out for Task Force now. He did get a builder out first to start improving these pastures. And I'm interested to see where the settler's going to go. I'm assuming he's going right up to where this scout is holding that hill.
That's what I would think, yeah.
I mean, he does have a lot of desert hills over here. He'd be another good player to really nab pyramids with. Or, again, a Jebel Burqa guarantees him the iron for knights.
Esdeath has got his settler going west, apparently. I would think over by that rice.
Oh, probably. Gets him right on top of Yerevan. Sets his border. He is moving his warrior south along this river here as well.
True, yeah.
Barb's on or off.
Yeah, definitely lots of barbs for some people.
Oh, Danger Noodle here. Gets his settler out immediately, starts on a second one. And he is going to be moving up north here, bringing up the lens for you guys watching. Lots of hills and a lot of jungle up here for him to be tinkering with to chop. And that is half food, half production chops as well. So he's going to be able to inflate that city population.
Yes. I wonder what Savoki's doing with... He's moving his settlers south, even though he hasn't explored. And he's got a bar... He'd better make sure that... Hope that that barb doesn't take his settler quicker than he can.
Oof.
He just popped out another scout to take care of that. Well, the barb tried.
A for effort. It looks like everyone has slotted the card for that extra combat strength against barbarians, and I
Yes.
do not blame them. This is pretty awesome. I'm just happy to see the spectator mod in this state to where we finally have all the information that we've been wanting to see, wanting to look for, that we've always had to just speculate on. And we do have a builder coming out here for Esdeath as well. Probably going to start improving some of these tiles. Barbarians here north of our Danger Noodle. Yeah, look at this double. That's actually a triple sugar capital for our French player. With mountains nearby. And Mount Rama. Like, it's nuts. City-state declaration. Fawns on Yerevan. And he is opening up the Aztec employment program.
Yeah. Battlesnake has his second settler in production in 2 turns. He went north with his first.
Oh yeah, he has a lot of great land here to work with.
The only issue over here is that him and Esdeath are really close, so we'll have to watch what they decide to do. Either they'll peace for a long time, or they'll go to war.
It depends. If Esdeath smells blood in the water, he'll start chopping units out like mad.
Because this east side of the map has Esdeath, Battle, Savoki, all in a little triangle over here.
Savoki's a lot more shielded from that war front because of those mountains and those hills. Because you have a choke point along the coast of one tile, and then a choke point of one through the mountains here.
Yeah,
it's just
true,
not
but
feasible.
He's actually planting a settler south of those mountains, though, so he's opening himself up to the 2 southern players.
Well, we'll have to see what happens with that. There's a lot of potential here. I mean, he has some amazing tiles up here. Sure, there's a lot of flat grass up to the north, but that's just a better place to put your commercial hub at, or your campus, depending on, because some of them are mountain adjacent as well, and you're not losing production off of it. We do have another war declaration coming off. Tordred onto Checker. Oof. Waza getting these horses cleaned up. That said, the barb camp was finally discovered. Looks like Tordred is hoping that the barbs were going to hit the warrior, and they didn't. They hit his scout. They have second city down for Waza. These barbs are just everywhere today. Oof. Waza scout getting hit by Sal's slinger there. Barely living it, low rolled. Hey, Sonota, how you doing? Take a look at our Chinese player here now. Not as luxurious as other starts here. It does have another settler out moving east naked. I don't get why people are moving naked settlers around.
Yeah, that's always a risk. But even vet players take that risk to move it out if they think the area is safe. It just doesn't always work.
Fair enough. Let's have to see where this settler's looking to go here. We might see it head over to the tile between the diamonds and the copper here. Onto the coast. Puts it close enough to gain access to the natural wonder tiles, because even the farthest one is 3 out. It does have some decent production and food on it. Just the one dead tile adjacent to the natural wonder, but that's a very easy...
Now, it looks like Checker is trying to take out Bandar Brunei. He's taking a worker by the looks of it.
Yep, it's looking that way. He does have another war cart heading that way as well, and he's going to need it. His first war cart got a promotion. Some of the players feeling a little bit of lag here. I'm wondering if it's from the changes to the spectator mod. This is the first formal running of it since the changes. Best host I've ever had, he says. Jesus. Another war cart coming out for our Sumerian player. No settlers yet. He has to snowball off of this take on Bandar Brunei, or he's in trouble. That said, he does know China is below him, so he could war cart, but our Chinese player is getting monuments up for the culture, and Tordred's going to be on 3 cities. Taking a look at what people are researching and working on here. We do have 2 players going for archery. We do have ironworking being worked on by our Waza Scottish player. Bronze working coming online soon for 4 players here. Straight to horses for Chandragupta's India out of Sal here. Even working on that military tradition, he is looking to chop horses.
Yeah, I think Checker is going to get his second city, the military.
Oh yeah. His Kree scouts getting promotions. He's keeping that barb camp alive in the north to farm it.
Interesting. Torred's actually making a monument in 1 turn now in his are we going for culture here?
Oh yeah, he's got that double monument coming down, trying to get that culture spike.
Yeah.
He's gonna need it against some of these players' starts that are pretty damn superior.
And his settler looks like going for a desert, maybe over by Aya Sahara.
I'm thinking it's gonna go between the diamond and the copper because it can reach all three of the natural wonder tiles. And the dead desert tile can simply be a district and be completely fine.
Oh yeah, that could be pyramids, or it could be Appendaina, whatever.
It's definitely going to be interesting here. We're coming at the top of turn 18. And as you guys can see, looking at the demographics here, we have our Cree player. We get these notifications off Eiffel here at 4.5 science a turn, 2.4 culture a turn, working at 6 gold a turn. Now he does have archery coming up soon, but in 12 turns he's going to have that early empire.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at our Sumerian player, Checker, who is still on that one city, going after Bandar Brunei, which is giving him a lot more trouble than I think he thought it would. He's working at 4.2 science, not that big a deal, but he's got double the culture. And that does matter a lot in the early game.
It certainly does.
But if you take a look at Waz's Scotland, he's at over 6 science a turn, almost 5 culture a turn. And he's about to crack out another monument in his second city. He has the encampment coming online next turn. So he's going to be getting himself a general.
Yeah, China did settle right where you thought they would, and captured 2 of the Eye of the Sahara tile.
This could backfire pretty hard because Waz is clearly going for a swordsman timing. He doesn't have the economy to support it though. This is not a team game where you can just rely on 2 or 3 other people to dump gold on you. But if you take a look at our Chinese player Tordred, we were just talking about now, he's looking at over 7 science a turn and 5 culture a turn, so he's even better spot.
Scotland's built an encampment.
Another settler coming out for Sal's Chandragupta. Archer coming out next turn. Building up quite a little force of archers here. We could see an archer push against our Scottish player.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to see the swordsman because his iron is still another tile out. He's going to have to buy it.
The Fawn's playing Aztec has got another settler out, ready to move. I would think going east, but there's a barb camp there to get rid of too.
Oh yes. And our Aztec player here, kind of middle of the road, science, bottom end culture, but over 10 gold a turn.
And I'm not sure what Estes' plan is here. He's only got 2 cities. He's working on his second settler and his cap. He's not going to be able to do early rushes with the other great players here.
He did declare on Carthage. He's got a trader going already. Ah, I see. The trader was about to go on to the tile under Task Scout. He declared on the city to immediately halt the trade route and send it home. So he denied the pillage. We do have Tordred getting astrology done here. We are going to see some religions hit play here. Starting at turn 25, I am going to start flipping open the Great People tab, so we can keep an eye on that. No one particularly close to a heroic age or golden era, depending on how you want to look at that. No one's getting that close yet. We do have someone at 18 out of 24 with the era score required. Taking a look at our Russian player here, Task Force Fish. Doing quite a bit trying to work out these barb camps that are in the tundra below him. He knows they're there and to give him a hard time. Working on his third city. And we did send the first one out a ways toward Yerevan to get that furthest one out so it couldn't be denied. That said, he is hazing Hans' scout with that warrior in order to keep it off the settler, but he better be careful. That river's saving him for now, it may not for long.
Shut off those damn alarms. How bad? Well, we're still here.
Over in the east, we do have our Gorgo player here getting warriors out. Has a monument coming up in Ephesus. Slinger trying to get rid of that pesky scout. Spocky declared on Esdeath now. Trying to chase off this double promoted scout. Now he does have a settler with a scout heading around the mountains there. If he can get the settle on that cattle or one behind it and just chuck an encampment down on this flat grass on the other side of the cattle, it's going to be ridiculously hard to push into him.
Yeah, Savoki's chosen to settle Ruin to the south of the mountains. Risky, but he probably thinks it's worth the reward. He's also got a settler going south of the cliffs there. I don't know if he's going to do a coastal there.
I mean, if he chooses to put it on the flat grass below the banana instead of the freshwater cattle, he will be able to drop the encampment on the flat grass across the river and completely lock that down. But that is an if. That said, we are going to take another look here at Esdeath here. What is he looking at and working with here? He did deny the pillage. He's just letting the trader chill out for now to deny the scout. Oof. We do have task force pillaging those horses though, getting gold off of that. Taking a look at Esdeath here, he's making over 7 gold a turn. He's generating quite a bit of faith here as well. That 4.1 faith a turn. Now, nothing going on civic-wise just yet because he did just complete. However, we will have craftsmanship for him done next turn. We do have writing coming online next turn for our France player. 2 turns for our Cree player here. So we might see some plays coming out here by turn 25 for that first scientist. Who, by the way, is Aryabhata. Not Hypatia, so it's not super worth rushing right off like that free +1 to the library.
Wow, Bandar Brunei is giving Checker a very hard time.
Oh yes.
To the point that he's now producing a settler to, make his second city. I think he was thinking that would be an easy take for him.
Oh yeah, and it's really giving him a hard time because he had 3 war carts over there. Now that said, he has sent a war cart south with 2 archers here to clean up the barbarians. I am interested to see where he's going to settle. He's got a lot of choices. I mean, he can even get 2 settles along these 2 rivers here southeast of him towards Hattusa. In relative safety, has mountains as well for campuses. Well, we will find out though. Oof, war cart's having to retreat.
Yep.
That's rough.
He's going to move them back and let them heal and maybe a promotion. But, yeah, Bandar Brunei is pumping out warriors and holding its own.
Oh, take a look at this. We do have a holy site coming out of Tordred here. Right in that supposed dead spot we were talking about earlier on Eye of the Sahara. That is going to be a beautiful, beautiful holy site with a 4 faith adjacency on its own. And that said, he is cranking 5 faith a turn without the holy site, his pantheon being Earth Goddess. So once he actually gets his city populations up, that's only going to go up and up. We do have
So-
Sun Tzu as the first general that will be going to our Scotland player here shortly.
S1AL is PM me in the game saying, if you haven't said on stream that this is the worst Torres ever, I'm going to be very disappointed. But to be fair, he
not.
didn't. I don't think he's seen Torres when he sent the settler out blind.
The
Knowing
notification
only the lake was
came
there.
up that he discovered it.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
this is not the worst Torres over because these aren't flat grass. So I am sorry to dispute that. When you have third city coming up for a Russian player here at the end of turn 23. Oof, Barbarian's starting to give Task Force a bit of a hard time here.
Oh yes. So I've zoomed out to the strategic view here. Yeah, Russia is definitely you know, getting the worst of the barb situation right now. 7 barbs in the area.
Oh yeah.
Scotland still has a barb horse archer hanging around as well as a scout, but he's cleared out.
He's gotten most of it done. More warriors coming out here. He's getting ready to have that builder put the iron online, and he's going to use swords to fight against all these archers that are coming out of Sal.
Yeah.
Question-
Definitely an interesting early push by Sal using archers, but it's all in time things. If he can take him before he gets swords, then he's got to.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Sal is also getting horseback riding next turn. Now he only has the one horse, so unless an encampment comes down, he's not making any.
Yeah, he's not making them without an encampment.
Taking a quick look around the map here, we have Slinger coming out and a builder out of our Tordred Chinese players' cities here next turn. Settler headed south for our Sumerian player here. There are some really good settles that way. A little disappointed that it wasn't along the river towards the Niter and Uranium. There were 2 good settles there. We do have a war declaration of Waza onto Tordred. Oof. They low rolled against Waza's warrior here in the jungle, and it's been able to retreat, but I don't think he's going to get lucky again.
So I have a viewer, Joe Weller, just asked me for our Discord link, so I put that in chat. Thanks for watching. You can come in and learn this game as good as these people.
Absolutely. I mean, the CPL is honestly a fantastic community. International players, all hours of the day, you got games going on, from little FFAs all the way up to the 12-mans and even 7-on-17 games.
Yeah.
Oof, look at that. Esdeath got that settler out, and he is going to get ready to start moving it out. That said, our Gorgo player here is not to be deterred, pushing these barbarians back and out, moving that settler down south. And you know what? He did put that city of Marseille on the cattle. So he is going to lock it down, and that's going to be a pain in the ass to take without ships because, oh, goodness.
And Waza is declared on Tordred. I don't see an active war, but it's definitely going to create a tension between these.
Oh, yeah. Especially, like, if you look up here at Sabaki's land, Fonz has a scout back there, and he's realized Smokey has a bit of space to himself, and that's really dangerous.
Yeah. Tordred is putting down a holy site. He's definitely going to try and play the culture faith game.
Crater Lake just got
Crater
destroyed
Lake?
free.
They were looking for other viable planets because their home world was suffering some kind of natural disaster.
Oof.
They said it was
We do have Stonehenge coming out for our Chinese player as well. So he is going to force holy sites out of everyone if they want religion.
Yep, he's producing Stonehenge. So first, religion, definitely going to play the faith game here. I mean, faith can be powerful. Buying workers, units.
We actually have sailing coming out next turn from Chandragupta Sal. And with this, he'll be able to improve these crabs and stuff, or hawk them if he needs them. But he's going to be able to get a lot of good improvements out of it.
Sal is now got horseback riding. He doesn't care about horses. He's producing Verus. Now this is he has his first Veru next turn, another one after that, and then another one in 6. That with his archer. I think Scotland's in trouble.
Scotland does have iron online, though. With a general, I mean, the general's going to get cancelled by the Varus, but he has an opportunity. I mean, he only has 88 gold. He doesn't have a lot of sword access here.
I mean, Sal does have to hard build the Verus, but still, these are powerful units this early in the game.
Oh, yes. I mean, Varu are useful throughout the entire game, even into the modern era. Just having the -5 penalty to adjacent. I mean, sure, it might get one shot, but while he's trying to first move against your Varu, you're hitting his modern armor with yours at +5 value. Definitely an incredible show in here. We got a lot of things moving on, a lot of moving parts throughout the map. And we are trying to keep, I am trying to keep the banners down for you guys to see everything that they're doing turn to turn. But my goodness, take a look at this. We do have Kree on a 3rd city now. Now, he does have 2 horses. Second one isn't online yet, but after he cleans these barbs up, he's going to be in a really good position here. He even has iron. Alright, we got the Ancient Era ending in 4 turns now. And, whew, people are not going to be hitting. Well, China hits it with the Stonehenge and, of course, working towards that religion. That said, we are going to take a quick look at the Great People Points. We do have Russia. Task Force is going to get that religion first with the Lavras.
Now, France did choose to put a coastal city down, so you never know what's going to happen there. A naval war later.
I think it'd be really interesting to see even just 1 or 2 ships come out, because there is value even in just having the 2 galleys scouting around the Pangaea.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
And even when they're done, or they can't get any farther, you just bring them home, you upgrade them into the caravels, and that gives you your boost for your Merchant Republic Civic, which I'm bringing up for you guys now under Exploration. You get the 2 caravels, you get the boost for it. It saves you a lot of time in moving forward, getting those boosts.
So Scotland's got a settler going north. This is a very crowded area. The The Fawns is producing a encampment. He doesn't have the horse yet, though. He's going to have to wait to buy that. But he has Eagle Warriors coming out.
Question is will he be able to defend against this? A lot of aggression coming out of our Sumerian player. Yerevan declares on Esdeath here. Now, we did have Amani get picked up first by a lot of our players here.
Yes, control of the key city state is important.
Now, with Yerevan suzerained by Task here, it's pretty much guarding his eastern border and harassing Esdeath for free. That said, Esdeath does in fact have an encampment down as well. And he's getting units out. He's projecting out that general. Lots of good stuff coming out here.
Well, Esdeath certainly needs a friggin' general because he is surrounded by other good players here.
Oh yeah. China founded the religion fucking Waza. Zen meditation and defender of the faith picked up. That's going to be absolutely huge.
Battlesnake is still pumping out slingers, which are archers, you know, in the making.
Oh yes. Low production to make, no cost at all, so you don't even need the conscription card slotted. That said, we are looking at the next turn here. Have some movement going on in the background from the AI here. No campuses down just yet. Raiden got picked up by a couple more of our players here.
Irrigation by a player, so someone's playing the sim game.
Oh yes. Now we do have political philosophy getting done next turn by Russia, 2 turns by China, and 5 by Aztec. They're going to be the first 3 in the game to get that next government. So go ahead and move Danger Noodle into the right channel. I guess he got jerked around with an alt-tab bug. That said here, taking a look at the fight between Scotland and Sal. Now, it looks like Sal has withdrawn, seeing the sword. I am a little surprised at that, if for no other reason than with Varus and archers attacking onto flat land. I mean, he definitely had Scotland on the back foot there. We do have some more city-states getting picked up here. Geneva pieces out after being tied at suzerains by both Waza and Eiffel, dropping Amani in there. That said, we are going to have quite a few people getting a golden age off of this. A lot of people sweeping up points at the last minute. We have a lot of techs finishing up here. Iron working completed for Georgia there, and we do of course have Hong Kong getting declared on by Sal. Not that surprising, his troops were getting into position for it, so he is going to use the Varu to take that city. Did you fall over on me, Canuck?
Yep, I'm just chatting with people in the Discord.
Ah. A lot of new people probably swinging by today.
Yeah.
Work. Now we do have an encampment coming down for a Sumerian player as well. More warriors coming out. He is still trying to deal with Bandar Brunei. That said, he is primarily focused on harassing Tordred now. We do have Magnus coming into the capital of Xi'an, as well as encampment projects coming out. The question is going to be is, will it be in time? Because taking a look at the previous recruited great people here, we do have 2 generals scooped up by Scotland, actually. And it looks like he's projecting to try and scoop the 3rd. Nah, he stopped projecting, but he secured that 2nd one, so someone's in for a bad time. Do have some hits going out here from the Sumerian units onto China. And make our dedications here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, a free inquiry sounds nice. That said, now let's see, does the mod show us what their dedications are? It doesn't seem to. That said, taking a look at the demographics here, this is turn 31, mind you, and we do have our Cree player here as Eiffel at almost 11 science a turn. 6.5 culture, 10.4 gold a turn, a little under 4 faith a turn here. Sitting on 41 gold. He's working on masonry as well as mysticism there. Probably looking to scoop up a free envoy there. Easy envoy on a low civic. That said, Tordred's pretty safe from Samaria here. He might as well just pull out. He does not have enough to take this.
No.
Magnus is up and running in the capital of Samaria. He's chopping out warriors, actually. Rather surprised by this. He needs to get more settlers out. He needs cities. Georgia declares on Brussels. Esdeath here a little forward with his settles, putting that one right in Fonz's face. That's a lobby there.
Yeah. But looking at the scores, although scores don't necessarily tell the whole tale, but it does. This is a game that snowballs, and Esdeath is only in 4th place. Tied with Battlesnake at 3rd, but well behind Torred and Task Force Fish right now at this point. Given how good Esdeath is as a player, his start is not favoring him here.
That is true, but he is pumping out Kebsers.
Yes.
And he did in fact secure Boudica.
Yeah, and Kevsers are one of his favorite units. I happen to know that from past experience. Now, the thing is who is he targeting once he gets enough Kevsers and his great general? Who is he going to move?
Well, to his east is Danger Noodle, but Danger Noodle already has swords.
Yes.
So he's got plenty of workers running around too over there, getting a lot of improvements and chops done. Magnus is going to be up in 4 in Sparta. Builders already getting in the right spot to take care of that. More builders coming out in Athens. Trader coming out in Pharsalos. And look at that, we do have Ephesus working on an actual library now. So as far as scientist points go, we do have Russia at 1 point a turn and Gorgo at 2. Divine Spark was taken by Gorgo. Oh my god, but we're gonna have theater districts from Gorgo with Divine Spark. Hey Pizza, how you doing, man? Welcome to the match. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We do have games and rec being completed
In-game
by
chat.
TFF.
That's amazing, man.
So top of turn 33.
I don't know why I'm here. I'm gonna leave. Okay, GG guys. I'm out.
Well, that was random.
Yeah, that was random.
Even if we can't use the gate, Destiny can still come back for us.
Look at that government plaza placement too by Task Force. Gonna make the most out of the dead tiles surrounding it for sure. Everyone's switching over to oligarchy for their government. However, we do have some players that are just now starting political philosophy, and that they're far behind. Take a look at the culture cranking out from Task Force here at 23 a turn. This is the power of those Lavras from Russia.
Oh, yes. Savoki's topping out in science here in this game at over 20 a turn.
Oh yeah, that natural wonder.
Next, that's pretty good. Yeah, natural wonder. Next best is 15 for Torred, and then down from there.
Oh yeah. I'm more worried about the culture game because once all those theater districts come down from Gorgo, it'll be more evened out between the two of them, and Gorgo getting culture on kills is nothing to scoff at either, especially on a barb game. I would be surprised to see this barb camp in the lower right corner cleaned up. I would personally like to see it left alone for the rest of the game, with just units kept down there to murder everything that comes out of it. Oh, look at all them notifications. Everyone's switching over to oligarchy. Everyone lining up on that oligarchy train, and I do not blame them. Oh, we actually have defensive tactics coming out next for Task Force. Currency next turn, too, moving right along. Drama and poetry coming up for Gorgo, getting those Acropoli.
Yeah. France has got a lot of builders out, improving his cap.
Oh, good. Definitely needs to get these tiles improved adjacent to the Wonder.
Yes.
Make the absolute most out of that value. Oh yeah, lots of mines going down. I would like to see some more settlers come out of our France player Smokey here. He has enough to secure his holdings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's got this land up north here that's quite usable.
I'd like to see him actually settle out west and possibly even kill Brussels. And just lock all of this down.
Yes.
Fill it out. It's so safe. Like,
yeah, there's no reason you can't kill Brussels or even go over and kill Lisbon too and take that whole north part of the map. It's his for the taking.
Oh yeah.
Esteth is making more Kafisars. I'm still wondering. He's moving his general out of his capital by.
Oh yeah, all these Kebsters are moving north too.
That's what I'm thinking. If he's moving them north to his new city, then I would say the Fawns is in. I mean, the Fawns are still relying on Eagle Warriors, which at this point in the game are not the best unit. And the Fawns is pumping out settlers. He's got one in the city and one next turn. And he's got to protect those moving out. And let's see, does he choose to forward settle south or, take some less nice spots?
No, barbarians are scaling up too. They are pushing swordsmen out now. So those eagle warriors
Yes.
are not going to cut it, even with the Aztec combat bonus.
No, Eagle Warriors are obsolete at this point in time.
That said, our Kree player here is nothing to scoff at. Take a look at that. 18 science a turn, 13 culture a turn.
Yes.
Is pulling a little bit ahead compared to the lower half of the pack. Not quite on the terms of the 25 coming out of our France player, or the 27 culture coming out of Russia. Oof, Carthage, look at that lineup. Just south of Esdeath's cities here.
So Sal has changed from attacking Scotland to taking out Hong Kong.
He's just tightening the noose at this point.
Well, you know, it's going to promote those Verus. He's going to end up with promoted Verus he can use later on. Yeah, it's gone now.
Oh, yeah. We did have a barb camp spawn on the river between the two of them. It just kicked out an archer this turn as well. We do have some more city-states getting suzerained here at the top of turn 36. Tordred has picked up Hattusa. Eiffel's gotten Geneva. Task Force still holding on to Yerevan there. We do have a settler getting linked with a sword and sent north from our Scotland player. Definitely needs more cities out if he's going to deal with this Chandragupta
Yeah.
player. He's got a fifth settler out, a sixth on the way. Victor getting set up in one of the cities. Magnus in another one for all those chops. Scotland has a lot of units on the table, but they're not in the position to defend. But Sal's not in position to attack yet either.
No. That's the only thing that's saving Scotland, because with two cities, you're not making the money to support all those units, so he's probably barely making a profit.
He
and he can't produce
making 2
anymore.
gold a turn.
Yeah, so not a lot of money coming down.
And speaking of money,
those
take
units
a
are
look
costing
at
him.
Franz. Cracking out 19 gold a turn. Not as big a lead in the gold generation as you might think with...
Yeah, there's a couple players with a lot of gold. Aztec's got 164, and Esdeath has saved up 125.
Actually, Sal's in trouble here. He's making -7 gold a turn.
Yeah.
He's got a trader out in his forward city here. Hopefully he can send that back. Oh, Varu's here lining up against Task Force.
Yeah. Task is making horses. I mean, I bet you he's seen the onslaught coming.
Temple of Artemis coming down for Eiffel. Varus are retreating.
Oh, yes. I noticed that.
He really needs to get currency tech, which is next turn. He's got to start slapping these commercial hubs down. Especially going to be in need of a commercial harbor double, probably in one of these cities.
Yeah, Sal's got a settler out, sending it out alone, and a settler next turn in Mumbai.
I mean, if he's keeping the Varro here, presumably to secure these river settles.
Yes.
And the archer there sitting on one of the more ideal settle points there as well, off of that lake with the double amber.